What's up, guys? Matt Brown here for Lines.com, PlayPicks.com. Going to talk about Thursday night football between the Giants and the Eagles before we get going. As always, hit that subscribe button down below. Everything we do is free at the Lines, thelines.com. Go ahead and give us a thumbs up on this video and then let us know in the comment section below how you're going to be betting this game. You can see right here with the line with the lines, we got a full betting preview if you guys want to take in everything that we have written down about this one. Listen, on paper, I know, not the sexiest of games. Whenever we take a look at the Giants, 1-5 on the year. The Eagles are 1-4-1. We have a Giants team with a net yards per play 25th in the league, and an Eagles team with a 23rd net yards per play, and injuries all over the place. With the Giants, we know Adrian Colbert is out, Trey Crowder is out, Darnay Holmes is questionable. Now, Sterling Shepard is actually available to come off of the IR this week. And if that is the case, they have until 4 o'clock to make that decision. So Sterling Shepard might actually be out on the field for the Giants. On the Eagles side of the ball, and I'll scroll down a little bit if you want to continue to read along. I mean, you know what's going on with them as far as injuries. It's been absolutely brutal for this team. I mean, we're talking, these are the guys that are out. Jack Driscoll, Zach Ertz, Miles Sanders, Kevon Wallace, Alshon Jeffrey, and Malik Jackson are all out for this game. Now, at least there is a little bit of good news because Deshaun Jackson's going to play. Lane Johnson is going to play. Avonte Maddox is going to play. Duke Riley is going to play. So all of those guys are actually going to be back in the lineup for the Eagles. So they do at least get a handful of starters back in the lineup. Deshaun Jackson, of course, is at pass catcher huge. Lane Johnson, of course, huge on the offensive line. He's been absolutely amazing for a long time now, and having him back out there is huge for this team. On the offensive side of the ball, guys, look, Giants offense has just been bad. Pass blocking 32nd, run blocking 24th, according to Pro Football Focus. You look at the DVOA numbers, pass offense is 29th, run offense is 30th. So yards per play on the season is 4.7, which is 30th in the NFL. So again, this team has been bad, and it's continued to be bad on offense. I mean, defense has actually not been incredibly terrible, but the offense has been bad. On the Eagles on offense, it's not as bad as we saw, as we think. I think that you see with your eyes, but the problem is just they've been ravaged by injuries, and at least they're getting a little bit healthier now, but it's still not exactly where they want to be. But if you want to look at the numbers where we're at, the big one that stands out is that Carson Wentz has been sacked 25 times. Getting Lane Johnson back and having him healthy is really, really huge here. On the DVOA numbers, pass offense 28th, run offense 19th, run blocking way down at 28th, but their pass blocking's at 18th. So, I mean, it's not like it's the end of the world when it comes to that. Yards per play at 4.9, which is 26th in the league. So they really, really, really going to be missing Zach Ertz for sure. Dallas Goedert does not look like he's going to be back until week 10. So Deshaun Jackson, Travis Fulgham, going to be looking at those guys for them to step up big. Now, the big deal here in this one, guys, of course, is the defensive side of the ball. And if you take a look at where we are on the defense, and I'll scroll a little bit more for you to read along. But, if we look a bit on the defensive side, Giants defense actually been good against the run, putrid against the pass. That is how you get at this team. Run defense actually, according to Pro Football Focus, is 5th overall. I know it's pretty shocking. I was shocked as well whenever I saw that. But the other numbers metric out that they're a terrible, terrible pass defense. Now, on the Eagles' defensive side of the ball, we know what they're really good at, and that's getting at the passer. Their pass rushing grade is actually 3rd overall in the league, and that is where they are going to make their hay, is getting after Daniel Jones, maybe causing some turnovers on him. Their run defense is okay as well. Their run defense is pretty good. Pass defense is where you would actually go after this team. DVOA 27th in the league. And coverage rank is actually 26 by Pro Football Focus. So you don't run on this team. You really try to pass on them. And that's kind of the case for both of these teams here. So let's go ahead and take a look over here at DraftKings. We're sitting at 4.5, 45. At FanDuel, we're sitting at 4.5, 45. And then at BetMGM, we're sitting at 4.5, 44.5. So if you did, it's a little juiced actually on the over on what was 115 there. So right out of the gate, real easy for me. I'm on the Eagles. I got it at 4.5. I still think is perfectly fine. Them getting a little bit more healthy is just what the doctor ordered for this team that's been scrappy, even running, guys off the practice squad out there. But, it's really hard to say what Lane Johnson means to this offense, but he means a lot to this offense. And I really, really like that he's going to be back out there for this team. And Deshaun Jackson, at least getting a field stretcher out there, is another guy that I think is going to be incredibly important, getting at least for Carson Wentz to have some more options out there to open up the offense a little bit more as well. Boston Scott is a serviceable replacement for Miles Sanders. Look, when Boston Scott filled in last year for this Eagles team, if you're an Eagles fan, you remember he did just fine. He's not Miles Sanders, but he's not terrible either. I mean, he's a very capable guy. And plus, just this Giants defense is so bad at defending the pass, and I think the Eagles will be able to move the ball through the air. Carson Wentz is not, and you know what? And Carson Wentz has been, for what he's had, and for as many times as he's been hit and sacked, he's actually played pretty well. A lot of people, he's caught a lot of crap from people, but I mean, you got to look at the underlying stats here, and the guy's getting hit or sacked like, nobody's business. The Giants, look, I understand this seems like a decent spot, but they're getting a little bit the Eagles are getting a little bit healthier on defense as well. Getting more, I understand it's kind of tempting getting more than a field goal with the Giants, but I actually think the Eagles can handle this game pretty easily with all the stats and everything that we just talked about here and getting healthier. So I'm going to be on the Eagles. On the player prop side of things, I'm going to have a pretty decent amount of player props this week as well. First and foremost, I'm going to be looking at receiving yards. Let's head down here. And for receiving yards on Darius Slayton, give me the over 49.5. I understand Sterling Shepard might be back out there, but even so, I'll still take the over 50 on Slayton. I expect the Giants to be playing from behind, and so we bet how we see the game playing out. I think that the Giants are going to be playing from behind, which means throw a lot, which means Darius Slayton gets his yardage here. I like over 49.5 on him. I also like over 22.5 on Boston Scott receiving yards. When he filled in last year for this Eagles team, he averaged nearly 6 catches a game. So let's say he gets, his 4 in this game. I think there's a pretty good shot we get over the 22 yards right there. So I do like the over on Boston Scott as well. If you're looking at 34.5 here on Deshaun Jackson, it seems laughable, doesn't it? I mean, the guy is coming back again. The way you move the ball again, this offense against this Giants team, you can't really run on. Look, the run defense is one of the better ones in the league, like I just said. So you pass the ball. Deshaun Jackson, 34.5 rushing yards. He can get that on 2 catches. So playing the over on Deshaun Jackson again. Now, here's the deal with all player props. As you know, health is an issue, especially with a guy like Deshaun Jackson who could go out there and get re-injured. So if you're worried about that, just skip Deshaun Jackson coming back off the injury. I'm going to play it. I'm a little bit more, I have a little higher risk tolerance, I think, than most. And seeing the yardage at 34.5 is just so incredibly low, and I'll take that. Every day of the week, I'm going to be taking that, which also correlates with taking the over on his receptions at 2.5. Although that has been juiced to 148 right now, I'm still going to be on that tonight as well, guys. No feeling on the total. I'm just going to let that ride. I'm going to play the 4.5 here, and then all those player props that I just mentioned right there. We're on a pretty good streak here, having some winning days, so hopefully we continue with all of that. As always, head over here to the lines. If you are in any legal sports betting state, just click on whatever state it might be. In Colorado, for example, very best deals you can possibly get on the internet. Free money, matching bets, different things like that, match bets, deposit bonuses, all the stuff like that. Go ahead and subscribe to the page, guys. Really do appreciate the support. Give me a thumbs up, and then let me know in the comments how you're betting Thursday Night Football. Good luck on all your bets.